Full disclosure, this is not my favorite because I don't know that I have a favorite, but I do know that I have come to really appreciate activities or lessons designed in Desmos with sliders. And this is one I've stolen and recreated from my curriculum, designed for an integrated Math 3 course. And here's how we can use this activity in the classroom. The red graph isn't going to move. It's the parent graph of y equals x squared, the parabola. And the purple graph will move. It will move depending on what a, h, and k are. This is the vertex form of a parabola. So we can use the sliders to play with the parameters a, h, and k and just discover some things. What do we notice? So by using the slider for a, I can essentially plug in different values for a and discover patterns about what's happening. As a teacher, I can use this as a demonstration. And as a student, we might explore what's happening and draw our own conclusions. And then we might come back as a whole class and share those ideas. And then what I really like about this and what I'm excited to do is bring students up to the front of the room and use this as a tool to communicate their own reasoning and maybe even pick apart or critique the reasoning of another student. And so this is just a really great tool to really quickly see what's happening when we tweak a parameter and maybe draw some conclusions. And the other thing I love about these sliders is, this activity is designed from -10 to 10, but if I click on these limits, maybe I change it to -100 and 100, and I can really quickly then, as a student or a teacher, depending on the context and how you're using this activity, I can really quickly play around with it even further. Or maybe I can go back to -10 and -1, I'm sorry, -10 to 10, but I want my step to be with 1 instead of the decimals, and maybe that's a little easier for students to understand. Maybe there's a misconception that comes about. So that's another great thing about these sliders is you can change the step, you can change the limits, and just have fun exploring and discovering what's happening as opposed to the teacher spoon feeding the information to the students. One final thing about sliders is that I might also just want to animate them. And so I just hit play and it just runs the slider back and forth on its own. And I can do all of them at the same time and really have some fun with this. So maybe this is going on in the background while I'm talking. Maybe I start off by doing this and I pose the question, hey class, what do you wonder? What do you notice? I don't know. There's all kinds of fun we can have with this. So that's the final thing I wanted to touch on is animations and playing with them, speeding them up, slowing them down. Yeah, these can be a lot of fun. Okay, thank you very much.